Hey, it's Eric. So we have this ASP.NET Core web application and we put NGINX in front of it. But now we need to make sure that it runs on Linux and it runs continually so that if something bad happens, the operating system will restart it. And for that task, we need an init system. The init system du jour in Ubuntu 18 Plus is called systemd. So watch as we use Ansible to create a systemd service unit file for this ASP.NET web app.
What the fuck is this?
Okay, so now that we've got NGINX installed, we have to actually do the other piece of this puzzle, right, which is configuring the app server. Is that right?
Because you'll notice we manually ran the app from a console window.
And I believe it's still manually being run. So actually, what if we kill it, and then we go back to the browser, and I reload this, I should get back gateway again, right? Okay, so we can test, we'll test this configuring of the app server. And when we're done, it should like be up. Like, you know, if we run this playbook, boom, and we did it right, the app will be running again. Mm-hmm. So the first thing we need is our deploy makes an assumption about where it can put the artifact. And so that is in var www, right? That's where our deploy is planning on putting everything. So we need to make sure that exists.
Mm-hmm.
How do we do that?
We would do a file
Is it file again?
Yep, and I think his state is like, I don't recall, it's directory or folder. I'm trying to see if I have one here.
Okay. I bet it's directory. That's my guess.
Yeah, it's directory.
Then you just give it the path.
Yep.
Okay, sweet. So that guy's done. Okay, so then let's go back to the terrible Microsoft thing. So he had something in
So
here.
he does have a part that looked okay to me, yeah, which was the systemd.
Is this guy right here?
Yep.
Is an example service file for the app, right? So he's putting it in etc systemd system, and he's calling it Kestrel Hello App Service.
Let's name it not that.
Fair enough. Okay, so where do we want to put this guy in here? So we've got our NGINX files, we've got our SSL files. Is he
maybe a service directory for any services we create?
Boom! Wow, look at that's a thing too, man. And so they called it Kestrel Hello App.service. I think we should call it something else.
Well,
Maybe we should call it like request metrics server.service.
Well, do you want to call it the same thing? Like .requestmetrics.com.service?
Yeah, that sounds fine.
It's like we're Java developers over here. Okay, so the description is going to be, we'll just say app.requestmetrics.com. Working directory is going to be var requestmetrics app. Execs. Oh, okay.
Yeah, so this is fine because we just got to exec.
Yes.
Our executable there.
Yeah. So he's app, and he is like I forget what he is. I'll find him.
I don't remember.
Hold on. Requestmetrics.web.
Now, what happens if that file isn't there? Like when we first, let's say we're spinning up box number 2 and we've never done a deploy. How does this work? Like, is it just gonna the service is gonna fail until the first build?
That's a good question, and I bet you this will work. We'll be able to put the file, but then when we trigger, because we're gonna trigger a notify task here that's probably called restart request metrics or something, and that will fail. Or we're probably going to do we're going to do a service and say, this service should be started, and it might fail there. So that's a good point. I don't know how we work around it. We could ignore it, the failure, so that the playbook keeps running. Well, we could also see what happens.
But right now it'll work, right?
Right now it'll work.
It'll work because we've done something to the server manually, right?
Yeah.
I think because we'll do a service started or whatever, and I bet that fails.
Right?
Nice.
Okay, so we'll see what happens, right? Yeah. Okay, this is terrifying. I don't know why this is here. Like, does it make telemetry messages if we don't, like, I mean, I'm gonna leave it.
Print telemetry message false.
Yeah.
So maybe that's like verbose logging or something.
Does it have anything in here? No, they just sneak this little puppy in here. Hold on, oh, this is what?
Oh, it ships telemetry to Microsoft.
Ooh, I don't think we want to do that.
Well, then I like that it's false.
So they have a different one. There's print telemetry, and then there's CLI telemetry.
Yeah. Wait.
Well, it looks like this is how you opt out, right?
Yeah, let's be sure to set that to true.
1 or true. Okay, you guys prefer 1 or true?
True.
That's. I'm still gonna leave this one in here too because fuck it, I don't know what it does, but whatever.
That's reassuring.
Okay, great. So we've got the service, right? And so we probably got to copy that puppy, right? Would be my guess.
Yeah.
Copy service file for app.requestmetrics.com. Bing, bing. So he's in files, services, and he's app.requestmetrics.com.service. And they put him where?
System, etc system D.
System. Okay.
Is that a normal place to put that?
It's normal with, I think it's normal with the new system D stuff, which is horrific.
There's also like before all and some other stuff like. Okay, so he'll copy there. Okay, so then so we put it there. Yeah, so they're actually using the www data user, which I think is probably fine.
Yep, I agree.
So now we should be able to tell. So this is the part that might fail.
Because we want to use service again, right?
Right.
So then the name of this guy then is his name this file name? Like, like this piece?
Say that again?
Well, we want to start.
Yeah, that's
right?
yeah. That's
his name, right?
Yep.
So this will be.
Yep.
And he's service again, I think, right?
Here's service, and we do the name.
And so name is app.requestmetrics.com.
Yep.
And state equals started.
Started and enable. So to make it auto start, I believe you got to do enabled equals yes. So that will make it auto start if the box goes down.
What happens if it crashes? Does it restart?
That's what that config was in the. That's not controlled. Yeah, so it's controlled in there by that restart seconds.
Okay.
So he's going to restart every 10 seconds until.
Yeah. So if it dies 10 seconds later, he's going to start it again.
So I assume we'll find him in syslog or in journal control or something, right? Like we'll.
It's just like identifier. That might not be the name we want, but.
Should we try running it? Ooh. Oh, you know what? Hold on.
What?
Hold on. I had been trying to be a smart guy and not do that. Just want to make sure we're not wasting more time than we have to.
Oh.
Okay.
It says change, so we should be able to hit the website?
No, I changed his name. So that guy's not there, man.
Yeah.
Oh, then he said change. Okay, so this is the thing I've seen before. So it will say it's down.
Oh yeah, because it's So we've got it at least. Yeah, so code exited whatever, right?
Yeah, so this is the thing I've seen before with that started is he'll make it auto start.
Yep.
And he'll just try to run it once.
Yep.
So what's interesting is if you run that playbook again, it will say changed again on the should be started. Because if it's not
Because he
started,
tries it again.
he'll just like, well, I'll give it a kick.
Well, so this,
But it doesn't check to see if it succeeds at starting, because it did succeed. Like he succeeded in telling the service named that to try to start.
Yep. So is this restart? Like, is this like it's waiting 10 seconds to reboot? Is that only if it was able to successfully execute this and that thing then failed, or is it
I don't know. Let's see.
Let's move it back, right?
Well, so,
Yeah.
so load the browser. Oh, that's interesting. Why don't you load the browser at once, just to be sure, like, it doesn't work.
It's dead, Jim.
Good.
Okay, so then let me go back. Oh man. Yeah. Okay, go away. What's the name? What is going on here? This thing is super jacked up, dude. Like I can't like type.
Maybe it's in like a CPU loop trying to start a file that doesn't exist.
Yeah.
The solution was run as root, right? That was the simplest path to the hello world.
I know.
Ugh.
And like we can, I mean, the thing is, like, we can definitely like figure out how best to like handle. Like, I mean, we don't have to do the single file, but I'm worried that what they want us to use is the stupid .NET runtime, right? Like they want us to actually install that, which is fine. Like we could do that too, but it just adds so much complexity. Microsoft, just make it easy. Okay, so we've got our directories. We copied the service file. Ensure the service is running. I'll leave this guy here. Do we want to do real quick? Do you want to put these out in includes? Or is that
Why don't we do that with the next thing we do? Maybe.
okay?
Because then we'll be like, now it's big, right?
Yep. So there's NGINX, there's the app server, here's our handlers.
So without us screwing everything up, like, it's really not that much config. Look at 50 lines of config.
Should be one.
Eric grunting.
One line of config. Rah. Good. We made a lot of progress, though, actually.